Hey everybody! Welcome back to Next Verse, your channel that tells you all kinds of interesting things about the world we live in. We all bend the rules a little. Jaywalking, overstaying at a meter, maybe pocketing a pen from the bank. No big deal, right? But what if I told you some everyday things you do are actually illegal, not just frowned upon, real, on-the-books laws. These are things so normal, you'd never guess they could get you fined. Today, we're uncovering 6 common things you didn't realize were illegal. And number 4 will surprise you. So, if you're planning a road trip, you might want to take notes. Let's dive in and see if you're a secret lawbreaker. Ready? Let's go. Let's start with something undeniably cute. Hedgehogs. These little spiky creatures have captured the hearts of people all over the world. Their adorable faces and quirky personalities make them seem like the perfect pet. You've undoubtedly seen them online, perhaps scrolling through countless videos of them snuffling around or waddling adorably. Maybe you've even considered bringing one of these charming critters into your home as a pet, imagining the joy and companionship they could bring. But here's a surprising twist. In certain states like the sunny state of California, the peach state of Georgia, the Keystone state of Pennsylvania, and the tropical paradise of Hawaii, owning a hedgehog is actually illegal. That's right, despite their undeniable cuteness, these spiky companions are prohibited in these locations. Why? What could possibly be the reason behind banning such seemingly harmless creatures? First and foremost, they can be carriers of diseases, most notably salmonella. This bacterial infection can easily spread to humans, posing a significant public health risk, especially to young children, the elderly, and individuals with compromised immune systems. The potential for widespread outbreaks is a serious concern. Second, and perhaps even more critically, if released into the wild, either intentionally or accidentally, they could quickly establish themselves as an invasive species, threatening the delicate balance of local wildlife populations. They can compete with native animals for food and resources, disrupt established ecosystems, and even cause damage to agriculture. Even a single escaped hedgehog, seemingly insignificant, can trigger a cascade of negative consequences, causing big problems for the ecosystem and potentially leading to long-term environmental damage. While some places have re-evaluated and relaxed these laws in recent years, recognizing the potential for responsible pet ownership, many still haven't. The regulations remain in place, reflecting ongoing concerns about public health and environmental protection. So before you rush out to buy that adorable spiky friend you've been dreaming about, take a moment to check your local laws, and I mean really local, encompassing state, city, and even county regulations. Don't assume that just because it's legal in one area, it's legal everywhere. You definitely don't want to face the heartbreak of having to give up your beloved pet, or even worse, face a hefty fine and potential legal repercussions for violating local ordinances. Be a responsible and informed pet owner. Do your research first, understand the regulations, and ensure that you're complying with all applicable laws. If hedgehogs are indeed banned where you live and bringing one home is simply not an option, then perhaps it's best to stick to watching those endlessly entertaining and adorable hedgehog videos online. You can still enjoy their cuteness from afar. Ultimately, it's safer for everyone involved, the public, the environment, and even the hedgehogs themselves. Next up, we're diving into a seemingly innocuous law that could make your muddy weekend adventures surprisingly expensive. Imagine this. You've just had an amazing day off-roading. Your SUV is covered in glorious mud, a badge of honor from your adventurous escapade. You're feeling relaxed, maybe a little tired, but definitely satisfied. Now imagine coming home from that muddy adventure, cruising down a quiet street only to see those dreaded flashing lights in your rearview mirror. You pull over, heart sinking. Is it speeding? A broken taillight? No, it's worse. It's for dirty tires. Believe it or not, in the seemingly idyllic city of Minnetonka, Minnesota, if your tires are caked with enough mud to leave noticeable tracks on the road, leaving a trail of evidence behind you, you could be slapped with a fine of up to a staggering $2,000. Yes, you read that right. $2,000 for mud. The law, while seemingly absurd to some, aims to keep the roads clean, safe, and presentable for everyone. It's about maintaining a certain standard of cleanliness and preventing potential hazards. Because, let's face it, mud isn't just unsightly, it can be slippery, especially when wet, and it's surprisingly costly to clean up, requiring specialized equipment and manpower. Think of the strain on the city's resources. While warnings are more common, especially for first-time offenders who might be genuinely unaware of the law applies to absolutely everyone driving within city limits, not just large commercial vehicles like dump trucks or construction equipment. Your family sedan is just as liable. So the moral of the story? After an exhilarating off-roading adventure or even just a particularly messy weekend project that leaves your vehicle coated in grime, make a pit stop at a car wash before driving through town, especially if that town happens to be Minnetonka. It's just one of those hyper-specific, almost unbelievable local laws that you'd simply never expect to encounter. It highlights the importance of being aware of your surroundings. What's considered perfectly normal and acceptable in one place, perhaps a rural area where muddy vehicles are a common sight, can be a surprisingly big deal, carrying a hefty fine just a few miles down the road once you cross into a different jurisdiction. A quick rinse, a few dollars spent at the local car wash, could potentially save you a small fortune and a whole lot of unnecessary stress. The lesson here? Always check local rules and ordinances when you travel, even if it's just a short trip to a neighboring town. You never know what quirky laws might be lurking. Next up, we're shifting gears from the exterior of your car to the interior. Let's talk about your car's interior, specifically what's hanging from your rearview mirror. We're going to delve into the surprising world of obstructed views and explore why that seemingly harmless air freshener, or that sentimental graduation tassel, could actually get you a ticket. It's another one of those unexpected legal pitfalls that can catch you off guard. So, stay tuned, because you won't want to miss this. We're diving deep into the rule books and uncovering the hidden regulations that govern our everyday lives. On to the next law, and trust me, this one is a real eye-opener. Your car is your space, but did you know that hanging things from your rearview mirror or mounting devices on your windshield is illegal in many states? States like Pennsylvania and Arizona require a clear windshield. No phone mounts, GPS units, or even air fresheners if they block your view. The reason? Safety. Even small objects can create blind spots and distractions. Police may not pull you over just for a phone mount, but it's an easy add-on to a ticket. The solution: use vent or dashboard mounts instead. Keep your windshield clear for your safety and to avoid fines. Take a look at your setup. Declutter for a safer drive. Laws vary, so check before you travel. A clear view is a safe view. Up next, the surprising law about your porch furniture. Let's check it out. Here's a weird one. A head-scratcher, if you will. Something you might not expect to be against the rules, but in some places it absolutely is. Having a couch, a perfectly good couch, sitting proudly on your front porch. Believe it or not, this seemingly harmless act is illegal in some cities, it's true. This is especially true in college towns, places like Boulder, Colorado, where the local ordinances are surprisingly strict about what you can and cannot put on your porch. Why? What's the big deal? Why would a city care about your outdoor furniture choices? Well, the primary reason is that indoor furniture, when placed outdoors, becomes a significant fire hazard. Sofas, especially those plush, comfy ones we love to sink into, are incredibly absorbent. They soak up rain like a sponge. Then, when the sun comes out, they dry out, but not completely. Instead, they become a tinderbox, dangerously flammable and ready to ignite at the slightest spark. Think about it: a discarded cigarette, a stray ember from a nearby grill, and suddenly, you have a porch fire on your hands. But fire danger isn't the only concern. These outdoor sofas also attract pests. We're talking about rodents like rats and mice and all sorts of creepy crawlies like insects, spiders, and cockroaches. These unwanted guests can quickly turn your comfy couch into a breeding ground, creating health risks not just for you, but for the entire neighborhood. Nobody wants that. And let's be honest, some cities simply believe that a dilapidated couch on a porch just looks bad. It can give the impression of neglect and disrepair. This perception, whether fair or not, can negatively impact property values in the area. A neighborhood with well-maintained homes is generally more desirable, and a seemingly small thing like porch furniture can contribute to the overall impression. It's worth noting that these laws often come into effect following tragic events, like porch fires caused by improperly used furniture, or they arise from persistent complaints from residents concerned about the appearance and safety of their neighborhood. So, before you get the bright idea to drag your old worn-out couch onto your front porch to create a cozy outdoor seating area, take a moment to check your city's rules and regulations. It could save you a hefty fine or worse. Instead, stick to furniture that is specifically designed for outdoor use. This will help you avoid those pesky fines and, more importantly, keep your community safe and looking its best. Ultimately, this is a law rooted in a desire to promote both safety and aesthetics within the community. It's not just some arbitrary rule designed to be a buzzkill. Sometimes, the rules really are there for a good reason, even if they seem a little strange at first glance. They're in place to protect us and maintain the quality of our neighborhoods. Next up, let's take a stroll to the city park, a place of relaxation and recreation for many. But even in this idyllic setting, there are rules to be followed. In some cities, even something as seemingly innocent as feeding the birds could cost you a pretty penny. Ready for another surprising and unexpected law? Let's go explore the world of forbidden birdseed. Feeding pigeons in the park seems harmless, right? In many cities, London, Venice, San Francisco, it's actually illegal. Fines can be steep, sometimes hundreds of dollars. Why the crackdown? Pigeons spread disease and their droppings damage buildings and monuments. Feeding them also causes population booms, making the problem worse for everyone, including the birds. Cities want pigeons to rely on natural food sources, not handouts. So, next time you're tempted to toss crumbs, think twice. Admire the birds from a distance and keep your wallet safe. Sometimes, kindness can do more harm than good. Laws like this protect public health, property, and the birds themselves. It's a small change that makes a big difference. Now let's talk about a law that makes New Jersey truly unique. You won't believe this one. In New Jersey, it's illegal to pump your own gas. Seriously. Every gas station is full service by law and an attendant must do it for you. The law dates back to 1949, originally for safety, flammable liquids, static electricity, and crime prevention. Supporters say it creates jobs and helps people who need assistance. Critics argue it's outdated and raises gas prices. Oregon used to have a similar law, but now New Jersey stands alone. If you try to pump your own gas, you could get fined. So when in Jersey, stay in your car and let the attendant handle it. It's a quirky tradition that's part of the state's identity. Sometimes, the simplest things are illegal depending on where you are. Let's wrap up. There you have it. 6 ordinary things you didn't know were illegal. From hedgehogs to gas pumps, laws can be as quirky as we are. What surprised you most? Muddy tires, porch couches, or New Jersey's gas rule? Know another weird law? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you learned something new, like subscribe and ring the bell for more. Stay curious, stay safe, and keep an eye on those local laws. Thanks for watching. See you next time.